Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 125 of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players for this lovely outing on a brand new recording session. Players, if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I play the level 7 gnome wizard, Windsor Wallaby. Mr. Wiggles is dead.
Hello all, I'm Carla, and I play the level 7 tiefling roguelike Integrity Idleberry. Alright, eye in hand, or is it hand and eye? Different plane, or different time and space. Woo, let's go Wycliffe!
Woo!
Nice. I like how that's the cheer for like any kind of sports meet.
The only sport that we practice is death. Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 7 half-elf bard. Artist, I'll be seeing you under the school. I waited for it, that green light, I hate it. I'll be finding rocks in a scary pool. I waited for it, that green light.
That was really good.
And my name is Sam, and I play the level 7 human sorceress Serenep Cinderman. While this definitely wasn't what I was expecting to happen, I'm happy that my threat to the pebble being is now going to be met with full force.
The Pebble Being is a great name for them. And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students delved into a watery puzzle room. They followed slashes in the stone, saw jade rings with sizzling water, and picked up a spiral-laden bucket, which ended the torrent of water surrounding them. The four students then entered into a dark Shioran chamber, finding a miniature mountain, the same shape as Wildcliff, slick with an oil. Inspecting the room uneasily, they then felt pulled by their stomachs, a nauseating feeling, and fell onto their knees in a now decrepit shrine room. Pebbles were piled in the hall outside, and a voice called from a creature standing there, waiting for them, with more pebbles in hand. So, if you don't remember where we are,
Piss off, ghost.
Integrity Idleberry, Mira Marchand, Serenep Cinderman, and Windsor Wallaby, you are in the depths of the school, as it were, in the Undercampus, as some might call it. You had just climbed up a moderately sloped staircase, these long brown stairs, to this Shioran shrine room of a sorts. There's this mountain statue, if that makes sense as a way to explain it. It is currently cracked heavily, worn down by time, covered in dust, this oil no longer leaking from it, as is most of the other things in the room. There's the air is thick with a dust. That statue you had seen, the one identical to the one down in the sunken hatch, it is now broken. Only the lower parts of the legs remain, and the actual base of the statue, like that plinth upon which it is standing, is worn down, and the corners round it as well, as if, again, time has done a great number on it. The four of you, I imagine, are close together in this wide open room. Integrity, you had just run back in from the entranceway, as it were, that room where you had encountered the golden bucket. There was stones, these little pebbles, these skipping stones. They're almost like if you put your two hands together, like us, the players, if you put your two hands together, they're almost like that size of like a skipping stone, and they're just flat and nice and rounded. And some of them had names written on them. Some of them had large messages written out. Some of them were purely blank. One of them had just been thrown at your feet. It is laying there on the ground. And in this entranceway, a creature stands. It's almost hunched over slightly, its right arm extended out, and you can see these blade-like fingers it has in the palm of its hand. There's no flesh on its palm or anything. It's almost just like bony. Is just
like a skeleton hand?
I wouldn't say a skeleton hand. I would say
Just devoid of flesh.
I would say instead of flesh, it is bone, if that makes sense.
Oh, so it's just like solid,
like a bone encasing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it, Sarah. Like a bone encasing it. And then the fingers are this, you can see it glinting in the flame that Winsler has conjured in his hand, and like the arcane light emanating from Serenup's necklace. You can see that the fingers, these large, they look like daggers almost. Those are glinting and are very clearly a metal of some sort. But in its hand is this orange, almost rust-colored eye peering at you. Integrity, you saw it before looking at you. I don't know if any of the rest of you had.
I think I only ever saw the pebble. Honestly.
Yes. And then its arm is long and thin, and again, still has this encasing of bone. It's almost holding its right arm outstretched, but not like fully. It's like very much hunched in its form is hunched in, and it seems to be cradling against its like chest a few pebbles, right, with its left arm. Almost as you would hold, I don't know, fruits if you were at like the grocery store, right?
Do they have a face?
Why can't I hold all these fruit?
They do in fact have a face, Integrity. It looks like it is this long, pointed, bony skull. It looks, if you've ever seen it, similar to a bird's skull, and looks altogether alien in a way.
Okay, so
If that makes
not Palpatine, not Palpatine.
Not Palpatine?
Not
Is that what you thought it was?
Palpatine, No.
Well, no, like I
Um,
imagine like Palpatine's face to be like bony.
Shriveled and
shriveled.
old?
Yeah, this
Because
figure,
he's old.
This figure has no skin, to be very
Oh,
specific.
okay.
It is just like this calcified external skeleton of a sorts.
Who are you, and what do you want from us?
I gave you a list of commands a request, Integrity Idleberry, long ago. And when it speaks, you do not see its mouth or where its mouth ought to be on this skull move. This voice just kind of emanates from its person, or from this creature in a way, as if the voice is emanating from everywhere at once. An additional note, there's no eyes in those sockets, it's just the eye in the hand. It will say, I asked you to burn the avaricious Wraithrin's stash of ill-gotten trinkets, his hoard of wealth. You didn't do that, so I attempted to contact you in your dreams. And it will look, the eye you can see in the hand, Winsler and Serenup flicks very quickly and looks at the two of you. You two still feel moderately nauseous as well. Yeah, and Mira, you also feel kind of nauseous just because of the pull on yourself from before. I attempted to contact you in your dreams before, but to no success. I found the other one on the stone, Deep Tar. I met with them in their dreams, attempted to persuade them, but they also did not listen. And then they'll throw another one of these stones, these pebbles over. It skips a couple of times and lands in front of you, Winsler. Like, it comes to a skidding stop in front of you, Winsler, at your feet, if you wanted to look at it at all.
No.
Okay, that's fine. It will then continue, Integrity, putting its hand up to look at you. I then attempted to communicate with the elf you gave my message to. Artis Artesian also proved to be difficult to reach.
So you don't have him?
I didn't say that. I said he proved difficult to reach. I mean in the dreams. Difficult to provoke into action, unlike your two friends here, who I showed a simple vision of fake burning of a home. And that was
So that
enough.
was fake.
Winsler. You hear
tricky-
everyone
tricky
hears this
bitch.
giant echo as as Winsler yells this out,
Fake,
and it echoes in the
fake,
chamber
fake,
behind you.
fake,
Fake. Yeah.
What a fraud.
The figure will throw another stone. This one lands in front of you, Mira. It skids and scrapes against. It's not like they're trying to hit you with it. It's almost like, pardon the kind of lame comparison, but almost like lawn bowling, right? Where
Okay.
they're just skidding it along the ground towards you again. Or like skipping stones and just skipping them along the stone floor here. Like that crack of stone on stone also echoing out.
Seems like they have a lot of training. Just skipping
They've been
stones.
playing darts a lot.
Yeah. But it was very fortunate that the elf, artist artesian, decided to come visit me down here, or come get a bit closer, within striking distance. And this creature throws another stone, skips it along the ground. This one lands at your feet, Sereneth. And now the four of you are here.
Where's Artis?
Artist artesian has been dealt with in my way. I am not fond of people who refuse me, which seems to be more and more frequent. I was of the mind that people on this plane were envious and jealous and wished to harm one another, and that's why I was brought here. And yet now, more and more, people seem to resent the idea of burning someone's life work or the sort. Burning a mansion down. Isn't that right, Integrity Idleberry? Philip, could I call you? What name would you like?
Philippa. Okay, you can call me Integrity.
Why did you refuse me? And why have I not been able to look into your dreams?
I tend to not have any dreams. I've had that problem since I was young. Very deep sleeper.
Is that a lie? Is that a deception check?
Deception.
Okay, please roll a deception check for me then. What are the rest of you doing? Just standing here?
At the moment.
I got 21.
Okay.
Glaring at this thing.
19
okay.
plus 2.
Sereneth has her trident
Mm-hmm.
out at her side and definitely trying to keep her cool right now,
Mm-hmm.
but glaring daggers at this thing.
Mm-hmm. Mira?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything yet, but
Okay.
I'm assessing and watching what's going on.
Okay.
Picking everything up from context, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely not picking up those rocks, though.
No.
No? Okay. So, Integrity, you say this thing about being a deep sleeper, not having that many dreams. It will skip a stone off, not towards the rest of you, but just not even skip it, I think, just lob it almost into one of the piles in the corner of this room that's like cube shaped. You can see that there's that golden bucket with the spirals on it, the one that's ruined in the corner, that was previously pouring out heaps and heaps of water. This creature throws the stone and it lands over on a pile near there, and it will continue and ask you, Integrity, what might I do to find a motivation for you then? What would it take if I cannot peer into your dreamless sleep for me to convince you that this man, Elric Raithrin, is deserving of all his collection, his stored hoard of nothing, of little treasures to be burnt?
I'm going to put my hand and sort of like, let's clear something up here. But
Mhm.
I'm not going to say that part. Like, it's sort of like
Yeah.
that shake of a hand where it's like, let's clear something up here. You see, I like making informed decisions,
Mm.
and I don't know who you are. I don't know what's happening here. Like, where are you from? You said that you were brought here because you thought
Yes.
that people liked hurting each other.
Mhm.
So I don't understand what's going on here. What's wrong with Professor Raithrin?
I take it you felt that pull moments ago, as if you were going to collapse,
I'm going
fall
to shake
down.
my head. Oh, wait, shaking my head is this, right?
Nodding.
Nodding. Okay, I'm going to nod my head.
Okay. It will say, Weeks and weeks and weeks ago, I felt something like that pull on me and bring me not to a different place, but to a different form of the same place. I've lived in this school for many, many years, summoned by envy and jealousy, by those researchers who wanted their competitors' work destroyed. And now I find myself, without anyone shackling me, the ability to make my own decisions on who should be punished for greed and for pride and all these other things, for reaching above their station, such as Elric Wraithrin, such as the one known as Nalder, who sought to snuff out all flames and all elemental and magics. Those are things not to be meddled with by mortals. Wraithrin collects things beyond his station, plays up his own richness, arrogance. I only sought to remove him of those things, you see?
Okay. I think that Mira, sort of looks down at, like, the pebble in front of her and, like, sort of kicks it away.
Yes.
And I think that she, at this point, just sort of looks at this thing and is like, okay, I understand that you are the thing that's been bothering my friends and that you have something to do with artists being missing. I don't know exactly, like, what your deal is, but frankly, I don't care because I have recently realized that I am chronically incapable of keeping anyone alive, even when I'm trying to. And so if you do not leave my friends and my girlfriend's family alone, and if you do not tell us where we can find artists, you're gonna find that out firsthand.
Make a buffalo check, please.
Buffalo check.
Z snap.
15 plus 5. That's
Dang.
a not natural 20.
Ooh, the power of love.
The power of high charisma.
The power of piss off ghost.
It will...
Everyone's angry.
It'll drop the stones that it has remaining, Mira. You hear, like, it's probably 6 or 7 left at this point. They clatter to the ground around its feet. Its feet, as you do look down, also have these almost like blade-like quality to them. They look like a chicken's foot, except that instead of the talons, it's just blades cutting into the stone. And they lift up their other hand. You see a blue eye in that palm, and it's just looking at you, almost making a what would otherwise be mistaken for like a peaceful "please don't hurt me" position in anyone else, but this seemingly just so it can see you with both eyes.
Oh, I thought it was asking for a high five.
Yeah, I'll smack it in the eye.
It will say to you, Mira, I can give you back Artist Artesian. I will relent on my pursuit against the people of this plane and the people at this school, so long as you put me back in the place I belong, the Wildcliff I belong in, where the people are jealous and angry and envious of one another. That sounds like an equitable deal to me. I go back where I am wanted, and the rest of you don't have to deal with threats against your closer acquaintances and loved ones. And then it will look with its right hand, that reddish orange eye, staring up at you, and will say, is that good? No more threats. That's what you asked of me already, isn't it? No more watching from the walls and throwing pebbles into people's windows and none of that. Just a peaceful campus for you once more, and you put me back where I belong.
We're gonna be frank here. We do not know anything about what you're talking about. Like, I don't know how to bring you to where you belong. I don't even know where we belong.
Yeah, this is not a negotiation. At this point, fuck negotiations.
Like, I don't know, can you ask someone to be like, hey, bring me back, I don't belong here, not like some mere students who know nothing. We're literally on our first year of school, we barely know magic, and you're asking this of us?
I am not going to do things for a monster whose only purpose is to sow chaos among everyone in school.
Be fucked up.
Why should we even listen to you?
That's my job.
So,
You have no right dictating what we can and cannot do.
I guess I should ask the 4 of you then. Since you're not going to negotiate, as it were, and stand by and just let another monster kind of like get the upper hand in a negotiation.
Fuck this red light, blue light ass bitch.
We're tired. We want sleep.
Are you going to take any proactive action against it?
I am fully inclined to do physical violence against this thing at this point, to be perfectly honest.
I am fully inclined to do magical violence.
Okay.
Do they look weak?
They are made of...
Like you said that they're literally made of bones.
Yeah, they are.
And you said that they were crouching down and were like...
Yes. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm an old woman.
Yeah, they were like hunched over, holding these pebbles close to their chest. Now they're...
The only old woman we need in our lives is Celtic.
They will address the four of you and say, so no motivation of any sort can be found. No deal can be reached between us. You standing here in this place experienced the same thing as me. We're not where we belong anymore. Wouldn't you want to know how to get home as well?
Well, you don't, so we're not going to get that from you. So fuck off, or we will make you fuck off.
Oh.
She's gonna look to the three, and she's going to say, like, quietly to them, because like we're all like kind of like bunched together in a group, and she's gonna say, right now, whatever this is has information that we don't have. Artist's location, how to get back, and we have not gotten rest in the last couple of days. It's too big of a risk right now.
Okay, let's get the information. And I turn and I cast suggestion on this thing.
Ooh! Okay, that's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that for you.
And I say, tell us where Artis is.
How is an 11?
That does not succeed.
Finally, suggestion works! Finally!
Yay! Low charisma.
We love to see it. Mira, it points at your feet and will say, he's right there.
Artist is in a stone?
Wait a minute.
Is in the area below us.
It's pointing at the little pebble at your feet, Mira.
I pick it up.
It says, it has written on it, Artist Artesian.
What the fuck is in our stones then? Wait a second.
What is that supposed to mean? What do you mean he's in here?
I parted him of his flesh and have put his soul in the stone. I turned him into a rock.
This is the worst Disney movie ever.
Oh my gosh,
safe.
you turned Artist into a genie?
For safekeeping.
So you're telling me that this creature and all the stones that it's been like throwing or casting are potentially loaded with people's souls from Wildcliff over the many years that it's lived here?
I hate it.
That's fucked. That is fucked.
Can I pick up the stone that's at my feet? Because now I'm like,
Absolutely,
okay, wait a second.
can.
Who is in this stone?
Okay, I'm gonna check mine as well, just because like this is something weird.
Mine says Altine. I put it back on the ground.
Throws it like somewhere far.
Just turns around and throws it to the other side of the room. Oh no, we couldn't find him.
On yours, Integrity is written Flagon Deep Tar, the name that was also written on the stone that was given to you by Philip a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
The one that you had handed to Artis. And on yours, Serenepth is written Altine Elen.
How does that spell?
Oh,
Okay,
It's spelled like Alan,
will
I just pronounced it
throw
weird.
Alan!
Elen.
Okay, I'll keep it in my. Okay, damn it.
Holy
we chuck that one
shit.
out.
I'll
so
obviously
tempting, but I
keep-
don't want to be.
I'll
I don't want to be that person.
I'll keep the stone and like put it somewhere safe.
I'll keep the stone close to my heart. You can chuck that one, sir.
So what do you all do now? After you pick these stones up, Mira, what do you do with your artesian stone?
Yeah, like, I don't...
It
Is it,
feels
like-
warm, like it's been in the oven.
Rub it. Maybe it's a genie.
Yeah, like, if I
Maybe
sort of,
it's
like,
a pizza stone.
Artist, are you in there?
if I'm sort of like turning it over, is there any life coming out of it, or is like some sense that like whatever is in there is trying to communicate with me, or just sort of anything to that extent?
Interesting. Make a either Arcana or Religion check, please.
Okay. Religion's a +1, Arcana's a +3, so we're gonna go with Arcana. Ugh, that's not so good though, because that is a 7 + 3, that is a 10.
Okay. You, to all observation, you look at it, you try to like feel some sort of connection with this, like you've met with other spirits and such things. You were for a moment yourself just a soul, bare to the world, and so try in some way to look for signs of that, Mira. And to all approximations, this seems to just be some sort of sealed off little stone. It's warm to the touch. It's heavier than you would really want it to be, or expect it to be, rather. But I don't think you see any signs of like life from this stone. It's not like beating like a heart. There's no soul leaking out of it or anything such as that. So without more rigorous examination of it or more understanding of how this might work, it seems to just be a pebble.
What if we break it?
That would either release his spirit or it would kill him. Risky gamble.
Serenep is going to ask the being,
Yes.
can you put them back into their bodies?
Their bodies are long gone now. Burnt, gone away.
What do you mean burnt?
I mean that I took their souls, put them in the vessel, that pebble you're holding in your hand, and burnt their bodies away.
Well, why would you do that?
Because they
Serenep
refused me.
What are you? Sorry,
Serenep
forgive me
is
for
going
asking, but what
to-
are you?
Me?
Yes.
A simple demon from the outer planes?
Yeah, and I'm a demon too. Okay, I'm not a demon, but like
What? Integrity.
Devil girl.
I'm partly a devil. I'm sure that we can like come up with something here. How can we at least help release these people? They did nothing wrong.
It's a magical academy, I'm sure. I don't specialize in taking people out. I just imprison them in there.
So that means that there's nothing else we can get from you. You can't get artists out, and
if you
so
found
there's no
another
reason...
vessel for them, some other prison for them, their soul to enter, I'm sure that you could finagle a magical way.
So you can't help us out here, so there's no reason for you to be alive. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you realize
Jesus.
you just sort of gave away every possible negotiation.
Literally told us everything
item
that we
that
needed.
could get you out of this situation, right?
No longer does this creature or this monster serve like
A purpose.
anything. They're just going to be a nuisance from now on if we
Yeah.
let them live.
So are you going to do something?
Like, I was willing to, because we've been dealing with a lot the last couple of days, I was willing to give you, a benefit of some sort. And she's going to, like, shake her arm out
Yeah.
and course electricity into the end of the trident, kind of
Fuck
like
yes.
lighting up the trident.
Yep.
And she's going to say, but sadly, you've sort of given up the last piece of that. And she's going to charge him.
Okay, everyone roll initiative.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Time to fuck this thing up.
Ooh, that's a good initiative roll. That is a 20. It's an 18
That
plus 2.
is
I'm 10.
a 13.
I got
13.
7.
Okay, so 18 from Mira.
20. 18
20,
plus 2.
sorry. 8, so 20, then 13 for Serenap, 10 for Integrity, 7 for Winsler.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Seeing Serenap channel lightning into her extended brass fork, Mira, and also being the primary speaker in this conversation, you very quickly know that this is fight time. What would you like to do? You are first up in combat.
How physically far away from this thing am I?
I would say that you, Mira, Serenep, and Winsler are, let's say, like 20-ish feet away. And then
Perfect.
Integrity is like 15, because Integrity ran out into that room and checked it out and then came back. And the three of you, remember, are poisoned still.
Yes,
Right.
so that means we should be using
Whee!
saving throw spells, which is good because most of my spells are saving throw spells anyway.
Okay.
In which case, I think that I am basically I'm just done at this point. I am
Mhm.
gonna just dash up to this thing. I'm sort
Okay.
of like chanting under my breath as I do, and I'm sort of like channeling this energy like through my fingers, which are like sort of like tapping out a rhythm. And so by the time I reach it, I sort of touch this
Mhm.
creature and I cast the spell Bestow Curse,
Ooh la
which is a
la.
wisdom saving throw spell.
Ooh.
Okay. That is a 14.
That just does not meet it, because
Okay,
my
so
DC is a 15.
What does Bestow
Nice.
Curse do in that case?
Okay, there are several different effects. Choose one ability score while cursed. The target has disadvantage on ability checks or saving throws with that, or disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Or the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes this action that turn doing nothing. Or when the target is cursed, your attacks and spells deal an extra 1d necrotic damage, or you can come up with your own and ask the DM. What I'm going to do then is the one where, while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes the action that turn doing nothing.
Okay, perfect. What's the DC? It has to be 16? 15?
15, yes.
Okay, perfect. Start of every turn. Please, if I forget that, remind me, okay?
No
I've made a
problemo.
note here, but wisdom save 15 at start. Okay. You ran up and touched this. This is a touch spell, correct?
Yes.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
As you step within 5 feet of it. Oh, no.
That's a 1.
Oh my
Plus
god.
Oh,
Plus
no.
That's a 6 total.
You take...
Mira, no.
As your hands, as you like reach out, you make that final like almost like a little leap forwards, as if to grab it by the arm. Where are you grabbing it to bestow this curse?
How tall is this thing?
It was hunched over and was like similar in height to you. It's now stood more fully up, and it's approaching 10 feet tall.
Okay, then I touch it on the arm.
Okay. Perfect.
If
You
that's,
like
reachable.
grab it on like the forearm near its wrist. You see the eye
Yeah.
look over and stare daggers at you, the light steely blue one. You take 10 points of fire damage though, and you feel your arm heat up. I assume, which arm are you using?
Yikes.
The metal
I'm
one?
touching it with my left. I think I would be touching
okay.
it with my left
Okay.
because I would be like tapping out a rhythm with my right.
Okay.
That's my music arm.
Perfect. You
The
feel
snake
your
arm.
arm heat up more than it would otherwise. You feel as if you've entered
My snake arm
into.
is always heating up.
You feel
The
as
fun
if
thing,
you've-
the really fun thing is when you ask me like which arm, there's
Yeah.
no good answer, and I love that.
You feel like you've just stepped into like a furnace almost, as like you
Okay.
immediately start sweating. This heat radiates out and just hurts you. You see flames actually kick out from its like that bony surface and just like lash at your arms. And again, 10 points of fire damage, please.
Yep, I have 14 hit points.
Cool.
Yikes.
I'm fine.
Is
it's
that
fine,
it
it's
for your
okay.
turn?
That is it for my turn because actually no. The next thing that I'm gonna do, because I see like
Yeah.
Sereneph is starting to be powerful, I'm gonna be like, hey Sereneph, kick this thing's ass, and I'm gonna give her bardic inspiration.
Awesome.
Which means Sereneph, you get to add a D8 to. It doesn't have to be your next roll, but it can be your next roll.
Awesome.
Is that like for damage or just for rolling?
For like an
itself?
attack roll.
Yeah,
or, like, an
anytime
ability
you
check.
roll-
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Anytime you roll a d20, I think is the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
with
cool.
that being said, this inspirational message being sent out, Sereneph Cinderman, what you gonna do?
What you
Hey,
gonna do?
so I have a great idea, which was the reason why I started the electricity
Yeah.
in my trident. I'm hoping this will work, and that's why I'm going to work with you on this.
Yes, please.
I'm going to go up and I'm going to stab it in the shoulder,
Okay.
and I'm going to use shocking grasp, like what I've
yep.
already put onto the trident,
Yeah.
to shocking grasp it as well as
Mm.
stab it with the trident.
Yeah, if you make your shocking grasp attack as you run at this thing and try to stab it up in the shoulder.
It's like when you turn on a taser.
You can add a
Wait, make the
D8 if you
shocking
want.
And-
grasp attack first?
Yes. Well, I'll just make you make the shocking grasp
Okay.
one because that's a touch attack anyways. And don't forget, if you want to add a d8, you can do that because Mira let you. Mira said, okay.
Does she have disadvantage because we're
She
She
poisoned?
does have disadvantage because you're poisoned and you're making an attack
Okay.
roll. Yes.
So that definitely helps with having the extra.
God, so much
weight
math. Do twice, add a d8.
Okay.
Yeah. So roll twice to give me the lower
Mm.
one, and if you want to add a d8, feel free.
So my lowest was a 4 plus a 6. That's 10 plus an 8. Or do I have to roll
You
the
roll
D8?
the d8. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my god,
bad.
imagine just getting a flat +8. That would be wild.
My brain's dumb as fuck. My
It's
brain's
good.
dumb as fuck, man. That's a plus 6, so 16?
16 literally just hits it.
Oh.
As you Mira, and everyone else really sees Sereneph's fork trident or javelin or trident. Which one was it? It was the fork, right?
I'm using the trident just
Okay,
because
okay.
it conducts electricity
Yeah,
better.
because it's brass. Yeah. So you stab it into this thing's shoulder, up like the opposite side from Mira. You see chunks of bone fly off and like hear it hit the wall and stuff. And so roll your shocking grasp damage, please.
Do I also roll the trident hit?
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not. I don't see any reason to cripple you in this moment anymore.
So that
than
is a
already
d6
have.
plus 2d8.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so d6.
The more damage you guys are allowed to do, the more damage I can do. So it's fair.
Oh hell yeah. Random question.
Yeah.
With us traveling and everything after everything that happened at the loft, did we like take a long rest and heal or
No.
Oh, this is gonna
No,
be
we did
fun,
not.
kids. That is a 5, that's a 9 plus 5, so 13 damage in total.
Okay, perfect. I also need you to make a dexterity saving throw as you've entered into its fiery aura, please.
The heat zone.
The heat zone.
That is non-natural 20.
Okay. In that case, you will take half damage. Please take 3 fire damage as flames lash out at you, and you feel the hem of your clothes begin to like burn away, but not that badly. Up next is this wonderful demon, and it's their turn. They will make a wisdom saving throw. Mira Marchand. That's a 2.
It does nothing.
So it can't do anything on its turn. Describe to me what it looks like. Why it cannot not.
I
What
think
does this,
like
yeah.
I imagine it sort of being like almost as if it's sort of being held in place, like sort of magically. Like you can almost see maybe like it tries to move, but it's sort of like, you know, like when something is trying to move and it like shakes a little bit, like when you're trying to lift something really heavy, or like when like a mechanic of like a mechanism and like a machine or something is trying to move, but it just sort of sputters. I imagine it sort of being like that, as like this thing is probably attempting to move or do something, but some kind of magical force is just physically preventing it.
Yes, it looks as if its hands like are about to reach out and grab you, Mira, and you, Serenep. Or reach out and grab is a very strong word to say reach out and stab you very badly. And it's just the hands shake there, its eyes darting around as if it is attempting to figure out what is happening. And that's its turn. Up next is Integrity Idleberry, the tiefling roguelock.
How far is this person
15 feet from you.
And is anyone else like close to me within 10 feet?
Within of you?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Mira and Serenep are right next to this demon. Winsler's 5 feet behind you, back in the Shioran room.
Okay, well then I can't use that one. So I am going to, for the first time ever, I'm going to harness my warlock energy and perform my Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
And how I'm going to do it is, just because I'm fancy, I'm going to take out the wand that is not mine.
Yes. Well, it's yours now. Oh, well,
okay.
Anyways, but semantics,
it's on loan.
Yes. You take out the broken wand, or the recently broken
fixed.
wand. It's fixed now.
Wand.
Yeah.
And
I am going to do like a swirl around me, like harnessing my warlock energy because I like fancy stuff. And I'm going to like sort of like a lasso, like a whip, to like blast this creature. And my
Where
roll
are you
is
aiming? And please roll. Yes.
So that is a 18.
That blasts it. Where does it hit, and what does it look like? The actual blast itself.
Ooh. I would like it to be
remember your patron as well.
Yes. So I want it to be a mix of black, red, and orange. Like there is like a black, red, and orange blast, like almost fire. But it's almost whip-like.
Okay, yeah. It shoots from your wand. Can I make an amendment and say that it's instead of being fiery almost, it's almost more like oil, and this dark black oil almost shoots in a blast from your wand and hits this demon where?
I would like to hit it on their side, like almost by the rib.
Okay. Absolutely. What's the damage, please?
So that is 1d10 plus 2. It's been a long time since we've really rolled.
It is, yeah. This is like first actual real combat. Years.
I got like a 10 plus 2. So
cool.
12, please.
Cool. Yeah, you see more chunks of this as your Eldritch Blast connects. You see more chunks of this crusty bone exterior break away, crumble beneath the force. And underneath is almost just it looks hollow.
Hollow taco.
Or not hollow, like that mesh of like, a chicken bone or a bird's bone, how it's like mesh and hollow. It looks like that inside.
Oh.
Ew.
Up next though, if that was it for your turn, integrity, unless you wanted to move or have a bonus action.
I do want to like move slightly.
Okay.
Just like because it seems like a lot of my actions are very distance based, and seeing how it affects like my friends, maybe I'm going to move away from the creature but closer to my friends in case they need anything from me. That doesn't make any sense because they're close.
Yeah, you would be able to move closer to Winsler, who is far away.
Hi.
Keep him company.
I can move towards Winsler and like make sort of look at him and be like, I'm right here for you in case you need me.
Happy fun times.
Now, Winsler, what would you like to do?
How far away is the demon from me?
20 feet. And Mira and Serenep are on its right and left side, respectively.
And it is cursed, correct?
It is very much cursed.
What does curse do again?
This one is just making it, it has to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of its turn, or else it cannot act.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to go back to good old faithful spell.
Oh, yes.
Is there debris around here?
There's little pebbles on the ground.
I don't want to use a pebble because that means I'm throwing a person. Probably.
They're not all people.
I know, but some of them could be, and I don't know which ones have souls in them.
Yeah, this is the decrepit version of this room. So there is Winsler. On the ground near you, there is the remnants of like there's like that statue that was broken to bits, or just broken over time. The one that was the priest-like figure holding the knife up towards the sky. The knife part is just on the ground there. A bit worn down over time, but just this small stone knife.
How heavy would you say that it is?
It's like a pound.
Perfect. I am going to use that for catapult.
Perfect.
At 3rd level.
Oh shit. That's a Constitution saving throw?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. I don't like that. How's a 4?
Yes! Finally it works.
Everything is working on our favor, y'all.
It's literally just
finally
a statue dagger bolting at as fast as it could go, as 90 feet in that direction.
Where does it hit? And I'm gonna say it's gonna strike clean through this thing and just embed itself in the far wall. But where does it go through this demon?
The upper chest area.
Okay, right in the directly
right there,
central of their chest. It just smashes through there, Winsler. Little shards break off. Mira and Serenep close, you two standing close, can see little wisps of flame shoot out when it gets hurt. But since Winsler's not nearby, it cannot hurt him. How much damage does that do, Winsler? I would love to know.
5d8, so...
Holy fuck, dude.
Okay. Oh, that was not good. So that's 18... bludgeoning total.
Okay.
I rolled 4 3s.
That's rough, bud.
That is really rough.
It looks to be as you break away at this skeleton, it has this external bony surface. It seems to be quite brittle in a way. This as a whole, this demon seems to recoil greatly at all the harm you're doing it, and you do seem to have done a great deal of harm to it in this short duration.
Good.
It does not look to be in good sorts or good health. Winsler, is that it for your turn, or would you like to move or say anything?
I'll just huddle next to Integrity in fear.
Perfect. Mira, back around to you. Its eyes dart and stare at you as you start to move. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look around at my friends and be like, is anyone hurt too badly? And just
No, I think I'm okay.
I'm in tip-top shape.
Okay. In which case, I am going to reach for my lyre.
Yes.
And I'm going to strum a few notes, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself I have one more 3rd level spell slot, my final one. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at 3rd level.
Smart.
Which gives me 3d8 plus 4. A 1 and a 4. And another 1. Well, that fucking sucks.
Oh, that rough.
Okay, so that's 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 4. I get the 10 hit points that I lost back. I'll take it.
Would you like to move at all?
No, because I think that would provoke an opportunity attack. Because this doesn't say anything about opportunity attacks, and I don't want to do that. Plus, I don't know if it's like a you come in or out of this physical space, you take damage.
Is it not the case that the curse is when it fails the save, it cannot take a single action until its next turn?
The specific thing that it says is it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. So I don't know if that includes reactions.
No, it does not then. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
In which case, I think that I'm like, the sort of story reason would be like, this thing is darting its eyes at me. Like, I don't know if it's going to make a move. And if my back is turned, I'm going to stay where I am.
Absolutely. And so in that case, Sereneth Cinderman, it's your turn. What would you like to do in this combat?
I have a plan.
Ooh, yes.
And it involves a lot of lightning.
I would love that.
Boy. Oh boy.
Lightning is in fact the coolest element, so please carry on.
So I'm currently standing to one side, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, staying within the field so I don't have to disengage or anything like that. Go right in front of it.
Okay.
Put my hand out, and I'm going to use Lightning Bolt at 4th level.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Is that a dexterity saving throw? Can you read that spell in full for me?
A stroke of lightning forming a line 100 feet long and 5 feet wide blasts out from you in the direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 8d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one.
Cool.
The lightning ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Cool.
At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th or above, which is what I'm doing, you increase the damage by 1d6.
Cool. Okay, that's very substantial. How's 12? I hate, you remember, 3 episodes ago when Ferdinand was just rolling 20s all over the place? This is penance for that, honestly.
Okay,
so 12,
I'm going to see how many d6s I have.
Yes.
Because
Jesus Christ. This is like the most one-sided a fight has ever been, and I'm actually
I like
happy
it. It's
for
like
it.
Swim is sick of this shit. They're like,
no.
We're tired of literally
We're
tired of literally telling every extraplanar entity that is not mortal what mortals should do.
they're taking everyone's taking our aggression out on this thing basically, and it's very good.
I think it's
literally
beautiful.
they hurt Dad.
Yeah, they burnt his body.
Artist's body is
He's
gone.
he's no
body's
longer
stuck in a
like
rock.
a pretty no longer like a pretty old elf. He's
So
just a pebble.
I have in total 3d6.
Okay.
And
Art isn't going to be accurate anymore.
we're going to roll these, I guess.
How do you
2
ship a pebble?
times?
You can't.
Okay, it's 8d6, so that means I have,
Jesus
and then
Christ.
I'm doing it,
Yep.
so it's 9d6. I'm rolling these 3
Okay.
dice 3 times.
3 times. All right.
Okay. 6, 4, and 5.
Okay, I'll write these numbers down, so just roll.
Pew, pew, pew.
3, 5, 4.
Okay. This is a buff spell.
3, 5, 2.
I can't believe you just gave out your phone number.
Credit card.
That's probably someone's phone number in the world. I don't know.
I will add these for you using my fun calculator, my combat calculator.
Hey.
That is 37 points of lightning damage.
Holy fucking shit.
Holy
That's a lot of
shit.
fucking damage.
That is a lot of
Sarah.
damage.
I'm angry today, kids.
The
We're
heck?
having a good time.
I mean, never to get on Serena's bad side again, like ever.
So, this large lightning shoots from your hands, or are you using your trident to just channel it forwards, right?
So she stabbed him in the arm. She moved herself so that she was right in front of it, because just so that Maria wouldn't get caught in the crossfire
Yes.
in any case.
Yes.
And then she put her hand out in front of her to shoot it basically from her hand, the same one that's electrocuted,
Cool as hell.
basically, and just shot him in the face.
Okay. And then, so this just lightning bolt blasts down. You can see it go down. It just this streak of lightning shoots through this demon's body. You see it for a moment illuminated in the darkness. Just like you all go from being in a pale or like a pale fire from like the light Winsler might have still remnantly had, and like the light around Serenep's necklace, and like the little wisps of fire coming off of the demon itself, and it is suddenly this dark room is illuminated in like a blue. Is the lightning blue or is the lightning yellow? What color lightning do we got?
It's 100% blue.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this everything's illuminated in this bright blue light that lasts for almost an instant. Just this flash that if you were staring directly at it, might even hurt your eyes for a second. And then you just see this thing writhing in pain as bits of seared off, broken bone, chips just fall from its body onto the ground, cracking. I think that one of its eyes is like bleeding in its hand.
Ew.
And then the hallway behind it, of course, where the lightning just carried on, you just see a cloud of dust as it smashed into one of the walls there. And those brown and yellow gems that were embedded in the wall almost seem to come alive, like thousands of eyes watching in the wall, and they have these little bits of blue lightning just stored in them now. So it's like a bunch of little blue eyes watching from the walls.
Ooh.
Can I say a cool line?
Yeah.
So shoots him, all that stuff happens, and then she says, something I really should have warned you about before. A Cinderman keeps their promise.
Oh,
damn.
very good.
Ooh.
Get fucked.
Serenep is now the Lord of the Eyes.
Oh shit.
I
She
am now
gains
the
power,
demon
like,
who lives in the wall.
She turns into a hermit
Uh-oh.
in the walls.
Yeah, this thing's bleeding from its eyes. It looks to be near the edge of death, as it were. Serenep, you did a great deal. Its eyes jolt towards you now on its turn. It will do... God, please.
No.
That is a
Try me.
19.
Oh,
That
damn it.
Does
it
do
can
it.
move.
Awesome. It will, from its hands, it begins to like flick its hands around as if it's conducting something, as if it's conducting some sort of musical... Help me, Ben.
I don't want to be a part of this demonic
Symphony?
orchestra.
Yeah, some
A
sort
conductor?
of symphony. Yeah, it looks almost for a second like a conductor conducting for this assembly of non-existent musicians. And from its blade-like fingers, large plumes of fire begin to gather.
Oh my gosh, it's a bard.
I hate it.
Oh
And-
Where's
shit.
every other bard the fucking worst?
Ew.
Oh no,
And-
it has high charisma.
Around each one of you, a large plume of fire begins to erupt as it casts the spell Firestorm.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I have fire resistance.
That's
letting
perfectly
you know.
fine. I'm very glad you do, Integrity.
Okay.
I do not want to explode.
So, to read, a storm made up of sheets of roaring flame appear in a location you choose within range. The area of the storm consists of up to 10 10-foot cubes, which you can arrange as you wish. Each cube must have at least one face adjacent to the face of another cube. Each creature in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. It takes 7d10 fire damage on a fail, half as much on a success. And of course,
So
fire is burnt. So
this is
So
where
death.
Winslow dies?
this room erupts into flames. That's you're all sufficiently close enough that it can get all of you. So I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
And because
Okay.
3 of us are poisoned,
That's with disadvantage. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
fuck. Well,
Okay.
that's not going to be very
That's
good
not
because the
good.
2 rolls were a 4 and a 5 plus 4
Okay.
plus 5. That's a 9.
First one was an 18.
Okay.
Next one is that one.
Oh, he does.
I got a 5.
Hey guys, I had a good run. This is great, guys.
I got
Thank
a
you so much for having
5.
me on the podcast.
This
thought-
is
One
can't wait to
thing
start
though,
postal workers.
I can do one thing. I can do one thing to help, and it's not going to be much, but it is one thing that I can do, which is that like as it's casting this sort of storm,
Yeah.
I can basically just be like, "Leave us the fuck alone!" Like very scared, and I can basically do cutting words. So I'm gonna have you subtract 1d8 from that.
Oh my
damage roll,
god,
please.
that's so bad.
Okay, cool. You roll the d8 in a second after I do all the math
Okay.
over here, all right?
Oh, okay.
You better add that
If I knew this was
correctly.
gonna happen, I would have used Ice Storm on it.
Okay.
How
let
does
me
how does fire resistance work?
You just take half damage.
Okay.
Would you take a quarter if she passed then?
Yes. Okay,
Nice.
let me get my calculator.
Mm-mm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I just read something
Uh-huh.
on my thing,
Was
and
it
I don't know
light-
if this will change anything, but can I read it to you?
Yes, you might.
Starting at 6th level, when you cast a spell that deals damage to the type associated with your draconic ancestry, add your charisma modifier to that damage.
Okay, so that would add, what's your charisma modifier, like +4, +5?
Charisma modifier is +3.
Okay, so in that case, you would do a flat 40 damage on that lightning bolt. Let me amend that for a second. Unfortunately,
I also cast Shocking Grasp earlier.
Oh, yes.
Which is another +3.
Yep. Okay, so that's another 3. I will subtract another 3. Please hold.
I didn't kill it, but I helped.
That brings it 6 hit points closer to death, which is cutting it close. But
Cutting it close.
Cutting it very close.
I tried my best. Someone live and smack it in the face.
That is a total of, what's everyone's max hit points?
41.
31.
My
55.
max is 53.
Okay. And so, okay, Mira, can you go ahead and roll your d8?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
5.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay. And what did everyone, there was a nat 1, there was a 5, if I recall. What
Yep.
did everyone get
I
for
was
their
the nat 1.
saves?
9.
9,
Nat
5,
1.
1, and integrity?
17 or 18.
Okay.
I don't like the way that you're like hesitating and like stalling here.
I'm not apprehensive. What are you talking about?
Please just save my sweetling.
Okay, everyone who rolled below a 17,
Mm.
please take 37 points of fire damage.
I'm unconscious, but I'm alive.
Hey, unconscious but alive.
Well,
Winslow?
provided,
Unconscious.
Unconscious.
But alive.
Serenep, how are you doing?
Unconscious.
Serenep, okay, and integrity. So integrity, you
So wait, how
succeeded.
so you only die straight out if the damage that's dealt
is
puts you-
equal to negative your max HP.
Okay, then fine.
Um,
I gotta do fucking math.
so
Jesus.
integrity,
Yes.
you rolled a 17.
Yes.
So you take half of 37, which would be in this case 18, and then since you are resistant to fire damage due to your infernal heritage, if I recall, then
Yeah.
you also would half that again,
So
which would
9.
be 9. So you would take 9 fire damage, and while everyone else takes 37.
Okay. I still have 36 hit points.
Holy shit. Integrity's fucking fine.
Yup. Integrity Idleberry. All of your friends are unconscious on the ground,
Yes.
on fire.
Yes. Well, clearly I need to first deal with the source of the fire because my
Yes.
friends are on fire. So I am going to again use my oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Let's try a different thing. Let's try Toll the Dead.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to do Eldritch Blast again. I don't want to take chances. Just because like they have to roll a wisdom saving throw for that, and I feel like they're very wise.
Okay. Sure.
What?
Nothing. So you're gonna Eldritch Blast them again? You pull the wand
Yes.
back out and again make this lasso
Do the same
maneuver.
thing again.
Okay. Roll your attack, please.
That's an 18.
18 hits.
Yes.
Roll damage,
13 plus
please.
5.
As it collides with this falling apart husk of a demon made of bone and steel.
So that is a 7.
7 damage. Okay.
7
damage. Integrity, where do you hit it this time?
I'm going to, because they're lying down, right?
No. No, they're not.
Oh, they're standing up now?
They're standing up, yes.
Okay. I would like to hit them in the head.
Okay, the bird skull
Bonk.
breaks as your Eldritch
Hoping that if
Blast-
they had a brain, it will
Implode.
completely
Yeah.
short circuit that and kill them.
Your Eldritch Blast, this inky blast of force, smashes through its bird skull of a head, shattering it. Bone shards rain on everyone.
Stop hurting my friends! Well, I
It
do
will look at you with its eyes in its palms, bleeding now, looking to be of rough health, and it will say once more, "You just should not have refused me." And it is still alive for a little bit. It has, I'll tell you, 3 hit points left.
Are you fucking kidding me? I swear to God, if we
Smack him in the
we
face.
die here, I'm gonna be so pissed.
It's now Winsler's turn. I need you to make a death saving throw, Winsler.
Friends don't die.
Do I have my
What'd you get?
con or anything?
No, you do not. No, it's just a straight roll.
5 again.
Okay, you're 1 step closer to death, Winsler. Please mark that off.
Cool.
Up next is Mira Marchand. Make a death saving throw for me.
Fuck! 2.
You're 1 step closer to
Yeah.
death, and please
Yep.
mark that off. And Sarah
And my
Nep.
pink character sheet has a cutesy little failure section with like a little pink skull next to it. And I've never been more angry about that than I am today.
And Sarah Nep Cinderman, please make a
Yo.
death saving throw for me as you're unconscious on the ground.
Nat 20.
Okay. Sarah Nep, your eyes shoot open. You've never felt this warm in your life. You regain 1 hit point. And you see
Yay.
the ash settling from this fiery storm. You see Winsler over on the ground, lying in a small heap, fallen on his face and broken his glasses again.
God
You see
damn it.
Mira
Oh, no.
next to you. Her arm, her prosthetic arm, looks to be charred. You see springs inside of it broken from the heat. And beyond that, she is also unconscious on the ground, lying there still. You're uncertain of her fate as well. You see Integrity standing there, still facing off against this demon, standing tall over your body, you and Mira's bodies. And that is your turn. That is what you see.
I want to hit
that
it.
I hope that you survive, because it's
wanna
the
hit it so
demon's
badly.
turn now, who will run at you, Integrity. Its hands extended, not to see you, but to stab you this time, as it will try to take 2 attacks with its claws. The first of those is a 15,
Okay, that hits.
the second of which is a 29.
Yes, that also hits, but I would like to use my uncanny dodge
Okay, what
to
does
dodge
that do?
away from that. When an attacker that you can see, because obviously like
Yep.
they're the only one, hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack damage against you.
Okay, which attack do you want to have before we go? Because it hit you twice.
I guess the second one?
Okay, perfect. Inconsequential, in a way. Let me roll these dice.
Let me roll the dice.
So the first attack that's 5 slashing damage,
Okay.
and then 11 fire damage as you feel your skin scorched.
Is the fire damage going to be affected by, again, the...
Yes, any fire damage you take is
Okay,
halved.
so I will
Okay.
take... That will be
5.
5 instead?
Yep,
So I get 10
And then-
damage?
yep. And then the second attack, the slashing damage is 12,
Oh.
but
Okay.
that's you halved it because of your uncanny dodge.
Yeah.
So that's only a 6. And for the fire damage,
So
is
that will
going
also
to
be... halved.
be a 14. So halved would be 7,
7.
halved again would be 4.
So 13 plus 10, so that's 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have a amount to live.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And while they're close to me, I'm going to take out my Jade Dagger.
1 second.
Oh, okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
It's not done.
It's not done?
Holy fuck.
No. Let me read this 1 second.
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh.
Okay.
I'm sweating.
Winsler and Mira, you're both unconscious.
Yeah.
Can you both roll D100 for me? Whoever rolls higher is going to have a bad thing happen to them.
Oh,
Excuse
God.
me.
52.
Competition time, kids.
Watch, I'm gonna roll like a fucking 99.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Story.
I
What if
believe
it's
in you.
even?
Motherfucker! I rolled
Oh, shit,
I
what'd you
rolled
get?
93!
Holy shit.
Winsler
Shit.
That's a fumble.
Okay. So, this demon, as it lashes out and stabs at you, Integrity, you feel the licks of fire on your leg. As you dodge out of the way, it grabs at you. It slashes along like your stomach, like across from like your shoulder down to your hip, and then the second strike takes a slice out of your the calf as you dodge out of the way.
Ow.
It then turns its attention and focus to Winsler Wallaby, lying there on the floor, and will look at him,
Mm-mm.
and you see for a moment this demon in the midst of combat, its two hands raised, looking at Winsler, and from these eyes, fire comes and begins to burn at Winsler. Integrity, you see your friend's body. Not only was the cloth before burning, you now see his hair is beginning to burn, and in just a moment, you see a spectral form of Winsler raise up from the Winsler's body and almost be pulled into the eyes of this demon as Winsler's body sits there on fire now without a soul. Winsler, you're not dead. Your soul is currently imprisoned in the demon's body until it does something with you. Presumably it turns you into a stone. Anyways, Integrity. It's now your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I know that if this person gets killed, Winsler will be like, does it seem like the soul can be re-released once this creature dies? Or is it like stuck on this creature? Like, what does it seem like to Integrity?
Make a religion or arcana check. Or nature, even. No, not nature, because this is not a natural thing. What a fun slice of life art.
We better get this after this is done.
That is an 8.
An 8? Oh my god. Integrity. You have no way of knowing,
No, wait.
but you do know that if you don't kill this thing right now, you and all of your friends will die here.
Okay. I told you to stop hurting my friends. Okay, just because you didn't let me, make the reaction.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was coming. Yeah.
As soon as I got hurt,
Yes.
I am going to use my. Wait a minute. No, I can't. I don't have spell slots.
No, you don't. Because you use that memory spell in the loft, it drains you of all of your spell slots, all of your magical capacity, beyond cantrips and general tiefling innate magic. So unfortunately, you would not be able to react with Hellish Rebuke.
So because I don't want to risk like getting close to this person because I'm already very weak and knowing what they did to my friends, I'm going to be boring and do an Eldritch Blast again.
Perfect.
But I'm crying. I told you to stop hurting my friends. And I am going to charge, but not super close. And I'm just going to frigging whip that and hit his heart.
Make the attack roll, though, to see if you do actually hit.
I got 19 plus 5. 24.
Woo! And what's that damage? Bring us home.
That is a 5.
Okay. An otherwise unremarkable number, but in this case, enough. As you see your friend's soul get sucked into and imprisoned within this being, this demon, you don't know if killing it now will destroy Winsler's soul, but you do know that if you don't do anything now, if you don't act now, you will die and all of your friends will die. You see your cousin laying there, her eyes just barely awake as she looks at you and sees this. You see the unconscious Mira. You see Winsler's body burning, his cheeks becoming scarred and bubbling almost. His hair, the tips of it which are burning off, the clothes just aflame. And
Content warning.
You shoot a blast of oily force at this demon. It crashes through the chest. The same wound that Winsler had inflicted earlier when he shot the knife with a catapult through this being's chest is broken apart by your Eldritch Blast, sending shards of bone rocketing in all directions. This thing collapses to bits in a heap. And floating there, you see a little wispy form
Winsler.
of Winsler Wallaby.
I forgot
Winsler's
something.
soul. What's up, Winsler?
My spell book.
What's wrong with your spellbook?
Is it burning?
Oh, your spellbook is absolutely burning.
Fuck!
Yeah.
All my spells! No! Everything that I
This
put in
keep
there is burning.
backups, dummy.
I don't have
but
money for that.
Conversely, the book, the elk book, the Druidcraft book, not burning because it's stone.
Well, no shit. It's not made of flimsy paper.
Anyways, integrity. What do? You see Winsler's wispy body or wispy soul there. You see Mira Marchand dying on the ground. You see Serenep barely conscious, pushing herself to her feet. What do you do right now? Tell me. Act.
I am... So, where is the wispy thing going?
It's right in front of you. It's just floating there for a moment.
Okay. On my way towards like the person who's burning the most. So I'm going to try and grab the wisp because I really don't know how magic works or how this works. So I'm going to try to grab the wisp.
Yeah.
Run towards Winsler and I guess like try to like bring it back to him, and whatever happens there, I'm not sure. But the second action that I will be doing is removing like or finding a thick cloak and sort of hitting Winsler with it to stop him from burning.
Okay. You run over and grab at this soul, this misty apparition of your friend, it looks as if he's floating like a dead person in a body of water, like that dead man's float. He's just doing that, but a wisp. And you grab him by the scruff of his spectral neck. It feels like molasses, like you're trying to pull at molasses almost. Just this viscosity to the air, and you feel his body or his soul pulled along with you, almost stretched out in a manner, and you can shove it into his body again and begin to beat him with a cloak of some sort to put out the fires. Serenep Cinderman, next to you, Mira is dying on the ground. What are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Ray of Frost, but I'm going to elementally change it so that it's going to be water. I'm putting out both of us. And then going to go help Winsler.
You're not going to help Mira? You could make a medicine check to stabilize her so that she was no longer dying, if you would like.
I figured
let's phrase
I figured the fire was going to like keep hurting her even if we did get her conscious again.
I think, Serenep, we can frame you doing that and pouring essentially magical water on her. We can frame that as a medicine check. So roll medicine and add your spellcasting modifier. What's your medicine modifier? Sorry.
My medicine modifier is +2, and then my spell modifier is +6.
So in that case, roll medicine, add whatever you would add to your cantrip instead, because that's the way we're flavoring it. And,
How did we go from rolling so well to so bad?
Okay, that is an unnatural 20.
Okay. Nice. Mira, you are stabilized. You're not conscious, but you are not dying any longer.
I'll take it.
And then Serenep, you rush over to also help with Winsler. So in that case, Integrity, make a medicine check to stabilize Winsler, since this is what you're essentially doing. Please.
Yes. 12?
Yes. I think that is adequate. I think you just need to beat a 10, although I might be wrong about that. That's the way I'm going to roll. I think a 12 is adequate to stabilize him. He's breathing. You beat the fire off of his hair, the singed tips leaving a bad smell in the air. You see his spell book partially burnt, especially the cover and most of those first pages and last pages. The middle bit, recent things that you've written down, Winsler, are kept. But anything you might have put at the end, anything that existed in the spell book before you owned it, are gone.
That's a lot.
And you
figure that out later.
All stabilized. The body of this demon seems to be turning to ash. Not to ash, actually. I think it just remains as bone, shattered on the floor. What did the two...
Can I stomp on it?
You can absolutely stomp on it. It cracks underfoot like a chicken bone might. Did the two of you say anything to each other?
Serenep.
Yeah.
We have to go. Do you know, like, how we can get out of here?
She's gonna go and pick up Mira and put her on her back, and she's gonna be thinking of like if she knows of any, because she's been reading a lot of the books in the library recently. Like she's trying to see if like there's something in those books that might help them in a situation. I
have no clue. To be quite frank, I was wondering if there was any emotional conversation you two are gonna have, but I was genuinely gonna just abstract the end of you all getting out of here. You've defeated the threat. there's no major rush beyond narrative to make it out of here. Is there anything emotional, anything of that type you say to one another, or just generally in larger, to paint with a larger brush? What do you do from here? I intuit that you take Mira and Winsler and bring them somewhere. Are you taking those stones, the one that had Altine and all Artists and Professor Deeptar's names?
Most
Any
definitely.
of the other ones?
And is the
100%.
stone that was close to Winsler, I know that he kicked it earlier, from what I remember. Is it still in arm's reach, like around us?
Yes.
And I'm going to check that out before we leave in case it's a person.
That one reads Canon Nathan, quite honestly.
Oh,
Nathan.
all right.
Anyways.
Well, I assume that Canon Nathan has a family, so like.
Well, yeah, he got the visions. He was one of the stone pebble people.
Yeah,
Constantly
so I
had
have
visions
to
of it.
like bring Canon Nathan with us.
Okay. So you grab these pebbles, you grab your friends, you begin the slow process of bringing them out of here and back to the surface, presumably to the infirmary, correct?
Yes.
Okay. As you rise up upon the campus, the greenhouses are here. They seem to be, as you recall, walking along the path to the infirmary. Everything seems to be together, almost too peaceful, if you understand, similar to when you had destroyed Nesca's form here weeks ago, and the campus almost seemed too unaware of what had just happened, if that makes sense. The world seems too peaceful for what just happened right now as you drag your unconscious friends to the infirmary. And I think that with you leaving them there and bringing them to the infirmary, getting them medical aid, them being healed, is a good place to zoom out a little bit and end this little interim arc.
Slice of life, huh?
Slice of life. You've gotten your mentor back.
Have we though?
He's in a stone. You were pulled almost. Actually, that's an interesting thing that we can end on.
Here's my soul rock collection.
As you enter into the infirmary, it was like a plus-shaped building, if that makes sense. There was like a back wing and left and right, west and east wings of it, right? Just small little partitions, right? Just like this area is the responsibility of etc. or XYZ healer. Integrity and Sereneth, as you drag your friends in here, as you carry them on your shoulders, you see that it's just a single long building now, made of wood as well instead of stone, as you might come to expect. And almost looking around, it feels like there's a lot of the buildings you recognize on campus, but there's also quite a few that seem off, right? Like either they're in the same place, but just not as grand, right? You see the transmutation building off in the distance, and it's just a regular, like square 2-story building, as opposed to like the 4-story building with a great tower that you're used to seeing. Looking out at the front of the campus where those 9 towers stand, almost like almost like teeth on the mouth of this cavern, if that makes sense. You only see 8 standing there. One of them, the planar research, or divine studies tower, seems to be absent. But with those minor observations, you put your friends into their beds, healers rush to their aid, everything seems to be good for a moment. And that's where we'll end the arc.
Wait!
Yeah, sorry, as you notice all these things.
So we bring them in there, and of course we're going to walk out and go back to our rooms.
I imagined you were going to stay there with your friends.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I'm just going to...
That's what Sereneth does. I know that much.
That
Sereneth
is
stays
true.
with people. Yeah.
100%.
I'm
I
just
stay there.
going to sit by Sereneth, hold her hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume we're going to be sitting right by the beds.
Yes.
I will hold her hand and put my head on her shoulder, and just like nuzzle in there, sort of as like a safety thing, for comfort.
I think Sereneth finally lets tears fall down her face. Like she doesn't start like shaking.
Yeah, it's just gentle.
Really, but she kind of like presses her face against Integrity, minding the horns, of course, and just lets herself start to cry.
Yeah.
The final blow to Sereniptha is the horn stabbing her face.
And so with that, then, we'll end this fun journey to the Undercampus. Journey to the center of the Undercampus. And that's the end of the arc. And next time we'll have fun Autumn's End.
What the fuck is this,
How are
Luke?
we supposed to have
How
fun
is that
Autumn's End
fun?
when Artis is a rock and we're not at the right school and we're all dead? What happened to the orb, by the way, when Artis got burned to a crisp?
Anyways, Carla, can you give us an outro?
Other timeline.
Hello, everyone. Hope that you all enjoyed that what the fuck episode.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Weird.
Don't put the swearing. We don't swear in
Why?
this.
We swear. Why the fuck can't
fuck,
we swear
I
in this
swear
fucking
so
episode?
much.
What the fuck?
Hey, everyone. Hope that
Have
you
you
all
been censoring
enjoyed.
half of my dialogue?
Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to leave a rating and a review on our iTunes or wherever you listen to this podcast. And if you don't want to put a rating or review, you can probably share us to your friends and be like, hey, this D&D podcast, pretty cool, huh? Because it matters a lot. And that helps to spread the love and the what the fuckness of this episode, of this show. We also have our socials at Trials and Trebs, and by socials meaning Twitter and Instagram. Please give us a visit and a follow or a like. There you can see teasers and really cool pictures that has been drawn, art, amazing
Some might call it
stuff.
art.
And so please give that a follow. We also have a Patreon where you can support us through monetary means if you so like and if you so are capable. You can find the link to that on our Instagram and Twitter as well, and down below where you're listening to this.
Yes, in the episode descriptions.
Yes. And last but not the least, we have a Discord server where you can enter there and enter this magical place with fancy people. And you can talk about this show. Because it's like, what the heck, Luke? Why do you do this to us?
Yeah, that's most of the conversation that goes on there, quite honestly. Thanks for listening to this episode, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this little interim arc so that all of the chess pieces are where they need to be for the next one. See you next week, folks. Bye.
Bye.
I apologize to
Bye.
all artist lovers, including myself.